Hi, David Prentice here.
Modern communications have changed the way we do business. Today, you will see and hear people sending messages, exchanging ideas and information, keeping in touch, in a word, communicating. First on the agenda, how one company uses the full range of systems to communicate with its customers and with its own employees. But face-to-face meetings are still important. A trade fair is the place where much vital communication takes place. What brings so many people to the trade fair? We hear from the organizer of the event. And writing a letter is a skill that never goes out of date. Troubleshooter knows exactly how important it is to keep in touch. He's leaving nothing to chance.
Marley Floors and Waterproofing, good afternoon.
Marley Floors and Waterproofing produce materials for the building industry. With customers all around the world and factories and offices in 11 different countries, communications are vital.
Communication has always been important. I think it's particularly important today in the highly demanding and competitive business place in which we operate. I'm speaking here of communication both internally to our internal organisation and externally to our customers and to our suppliers. We've also capitalised on the emerging technology. We have ISDN links, we have EDI, that's electronic data interchange, which enables a paperless transaction to take place between ourselves and a number of our larger customers. Speed is often the most important factor when communicating with customers. Take, for example, a customer requiring a new roof, where traditionally we would have had to have relied on paper-based and postal systems. Today, with the use of a digital camera, we can transmit imagery right across the country, down to our design studio here, and create a design to overcome the particular problem. Similarly, with our flooring situation, with the use of ISDN linkage, we can now receive and transmit flooring layouts and schemes to exacting requirements of our customers and designers.
The head of human resources at Marley is Chris Holmes.
About 3 years ago, we reviewed our communications and decided that we needed to put in place communication structures which more directly communicated with our employees. The first initiative that we decided to implement was called team briefing. This is the backbone of our communication strategy. Essentially, it starts with the board and cascades down through the organisation, through managers, supervisors, to the shop floor. The beauty of team briefing is not only does it give us the opportunity to communicate a management message, but also the ability to gain feedback from our workforce on the way in which they react to particular issues. Therefore, it's a sort of two-way traffic.
We place great emphasis on the dissemination of information. To communicate is to motivate.
Now, let's look at some of that again. First, focus on facts. What are the two perspectives of company communication that Andre Kleinman speaks about?
I'm speaking here of communication both internally to our internal organisation and externally to our customers and to our suppliers.
The two perspectives are internal communication within the company and external communication with customers and suppliers. Next, some vocabulary. What means of communication does the company use in addition to the traditional ones?
We have ISDN links, we have EDI, that's electronic data interchange.
It includes ISDN links and EDI, that's electronic data interchange. And what else?
With the use of a digital camera, we can transmit imagery right across the country.
With the use of a digital camera, they can transmit imagery right across the country. Next, a look at language forms. Talking about what is important.
Speed is often the most important factor when communicating with customers.
Speed is often the most important factor when communicating with customers.
We place great emphasis on the dissemination of information.
We place great emphasis on the dissemination of information. Chris Holmes talks about internal communication and the system they call team briefing. How does he describe it?
This is the backbone of our communication strategy.
It's the backbone of their communication strategy. That's a type of wordplay using metaphor. It's very common in English. Look out for more wordplay with metaphors, like this, about information.
Essentially, it starts with the board and cascades down through the organisation, through managers, supervisors, to the shop floor.
Information starts with the board and cascades down, like a waterfall, through the organisation. And here comes another one about team briefing.
It's a sort of two-way traffic.
With team briefing, there is communication in both directions. It's a two-way traffic. Claire Kelly is Marketing Services Assistant. Electronic communications are central to the work of her department.
We have a website on the internet where we display information about our products and services. People send us requests for information via the email service, where we can either respond by email or we can send them information in the post. We used to have quite a lot of difficulty keeping in contact with our agents in America because they are not office-based and it was often hard to get hold of them. Whereas now, when we can send them an email message, they can pick it up on their laptop, regardless of whether they're in the office or not.
In this age of electronic communications, does the traditional role of the secretary still exist?
As well as being the manufacturing director's secretary, I do a lot of work for the personnel department, which means I deal with a lot of letters, good old-fashioned letters. I'm not a traditional secretary, as I don't do shorthand, but I do T-line, which is a form of speed writing. So back on Friday, and you want to go from Gatwick?
Yep.
I sometimes have to use a typewriter because we have some pre-printed forms that cannot be printed on a laser printer. Therefore, I have to photocopy the forms and then type in the information that is needed.
Let's take a closer look at some of that. Some more vocabulary.
We have a website on the internet.
They have a website on the internet.
We can send them an email message. They can pick it up on their laptop.
We can send them an email message, and they can pick it up on their laptop. Now, focus on fact. There's some new vocabulary here too. Lorena Wright is a secretary. What does she have to do?
I think it cannot be this week, so if we make it the middle of next week.
I deal with a lot of letters, good old-fashioned letters on paper.
She deals with a lot of letters.
I don't do shorthand, but I do T-line, which is a form of speed writing.
She doesn't do shorthand. She does T-line, which is a form of speed writing.
On the Monday.
I sometimes have to use a typewriter.
She sometimes has to use the typewriter.
I have to photocopy the forms and then type in the information that is needed.
She has to photocopy the forms. And she has to type in the information. Meeting and communicating face-to-face with customers is important for Woofwear and the brand manager, Charlie Chaplin. Every year they take their product to the trade fair held at Birmingham's National Exhibition Centre. This is a social as well as a business occasion, and customers come from all over the world.
Are you interested in the clothing or the whole...
The entire line.
The entire
yes.
line. Would you like to come over and have a closer look at our range?
Some customers are well known to the staff of Woofwear.
Hello, Alison.
Hello.
Nice to see you here again.
And you?
How are you?
Not too bad. A bit tired. I'm ready to go home.
How's business?
It's been a bit quiet since Christmas, but beginning to pick up a bit again now.
Some of the customers are new.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm Julie Bray from On the Bit Saddlery.
yes,
from
we-
Barnstable.
That's right. We have spoken on the telephone.
Yes. The new products.
These are new, the new rugs, yes.
No, these are we make in England, so they're British-made products.
See this?
So, what have we got new from Woof?
This is a new clothing range that we're going into. This is a Polartec fleece.
These are both new lines, and they will be available in the
autumn.
autumn for next season.
Yeah.
We have 4 styles in each of the fabrics.
Right. You have to try the hat on, see if it will suit you. Take the label out of the way.
Okay, so this is my card.
And here's my card.
Thank you very much.
You've been very helpful.
Let me give you my card.
Lovely.
And then you can
Thank
keep
you.
that, and I will get her to contact you.
Thank you very much.
Bring them round and show
Lovely.
you again.
Okay.
Nice to see you.
Thank you
Julie.
very much. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Let's take a closer look at some of that. First, some vocabulary to do with products. This client has just arrived from Los Angeles.
All right. Are you interested in the clothing or the whole...
The entire line.
The entire line?
She's interested in the entire line of products.
Would you like to come over and have a closer look at our range?
Would you like to have a closer look at our range? Next, let's look at communicative functions, language forms for a variety of social and business needs. First, meeting and greeting, old customers and new ones.
Hello, Alison.
Hello.
Nice to see you here again.
Nice to see you here again.
And you?
And you. She could also say,
How lovely to see you again.
how lovely to see you again. The next customer is new to Woofwear, so the greeting is more formal.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Can I help
Hello.
you?
Good morning. Can I help you? Next, asking about business.
How's business?
How's business? Or she could say,
How is trade in the shop at the moment?
how's trade in the shop at the moment? And the reply,
It's been a bit quiet since Christmas.
it's been a bit quiet since Christmas. A business card is very useful when it's time to exchange details and say goodbye.
Okay, so this is my card.
This is my card.
And here's my card.
Thank you very much.
And here's my card. And finally,
Thank you very
saying
much.
goodbye.
See you again.
Okay.
Nice to see you.
Thank you
Julie.
very much. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Nice to see you. Bye-bye. This is a busy time for Charlie. Next, she takes 2 advertising executives for a coffee to talk business.
What would you like to drink?
I'd like an apple juice, I think.
Katrina?
Oh, I'll just have a cup of coffee, actually.
And would you like something to eat?
I've heard the muffins are quite good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Here we are.
Oh, good.
Well, the main things we want to advertise are going to be the clothing.
Right, well, I've got a features list here. If we look at the rates here, back of the magazine, You can see here that according to the number of ads that you do...
What do you think of this?
And just moves the horse. You know that the rider wasn't asked to move the horse.
We need to confirm things with you in writing.
Yep, please do.
I'll give you a call in the week so that we confirm things up there.
Right, OK, I'm in the office on Wednesday, but after that you can contact me on my mobile.
Right, that'll be fine. All right, OK.
Lovely.
Well, we look forward to seeing you again soon.
Yep, thanks very much.
Take care. Nice to meet you again, Charlie.
See you soon.
I'll keep in touch, won't you?
Will do. Bye.
Bye.
Let's look at some of that again. First, offering food and drink.
What would you like to drink?
What would you like to drink?
And would you like something to eat?
And would you like something to eat? Now, making some final arrangements.
We need to confirm things with you in writing.
We need to confirm things in writing.
I'll give you a call in the week.
I'll give you a call in the week. Charlie will be in the office until Wednesday.
But after that you can contact me on my mobile.
After that, you can contact me on my mobile.
Lovely.
We look forward to seeing you again soon.
Yep, thanks very much.
Take care. Nice to meet you again, Charlie.
See you soon.
With excellent transport communications by road, rail and air, the National Exhibition Centre in Birmingham is a popular location for many international events. This week, the British Equestrian Trade Association, BETA, is holding its annual trade fair. Linda Metcalf is the organiser.
The NEC is, in our opinion, having moved our exhibition here 3 years ago, the best venue for an exhibition in the UK. It has a comprehensive range of business facilities. There is a business centre and they have faxes, telephone, secretarial assistance available and can basically accommodate any business requirement. The visitors here are the retailers, manufacturers and importers related to the equestrian and country clothing trades. The exhibitors come here obviously to speak to customers and potential customers. It gives them an opportunity to have a shop window, a chance to display the goods that they sell. They also probably spend a while eyeing up the competition and checking out how other companies in their sector are doing.
We like to keep an eye on what's happening, not just in this country, but worldwide. So we like to see what everyone else is up to, what new ideas they've got. We try and find out incognito by sending people around as much as possible, so they can come back with new ideas, maybe new technologies on fabrics or developing things. We don't copy, but we would take it one step further and improve on it.
We maintain our communications with our exhibitors through an extensive database, initially inviting them to have a look at what the trade fair consists of, and then as soon as we have our exhibitors established for that year, we then mail them regularly to keep them up to date with the various forms they need to complete for the services. For example, the badges they will need when they're on site, we try and prepare in advance if at all possible. We publish a catalogue for the trade fair, so therefore we need to ask them how they would like their entry to appear in that catalogue. So there are many mailings that go out to the exhibitors. The exhibitor base covers 20 countries outside the UK. The visitors come from 44 countries around the world, so we're very broadly international, I'd say.
Well, I think it's quite important for us to be here because we are the big manufacturer in Germany, so we have to be represented here. And compared to the other trade fairs, I would say it's a very important trade fair because it's very international and the business facilities are very good here and we really appreciate them.
This is my second year at BETA. And compared to the trade shows that are available to us in North America, this is by far superior. We're just delighted with the quality and the craftsmanship and the friendliness of the English. And we're thrilled.
In the course of her work, Lorena has to deal with a lot of letters. This is how she sets her letters out. The form of address is Dear Mr. Smith. If you don't know the name of the person, you write Dear Sir or Dear Madam. She finishes the letter with Yours sincerely. If she had started the letter with Dear Sir or Dear Madam, then the correct way to end it is Yours faithfully or Yours truly. There are different ways of setting out a letter. This one is neat and clear.
Look at that. Global satellite communications. Just what someone in my line of business needs to keep in touch. Especially during my lunch hour. You never know when some important client might need my services. So, I'll just set my answer machine. Put a note in the windscreen and set my mobile phone. And off to lunch. Thank you for calling Troubleshooter Business Consultancy. I'm afraid there's no one here to take your call at the moment, but please leave a message and I'll get back to you as soon as possible.
Yeah, I've been trying to get hold of you all day, but you always seem to be out. Now, listen carefully, this is important. It could be important for me and it could be good business for you. Now, please call me back on 0908 545 5455. Thanks then, bye.
Really, there is one thing I can't stand, and it is people who use their mobile phones in public places.
No, I haven't got hold of him yet.
Like him.
No.
In a restaurant.
All right.
I ask you.
I'll keep trying him. All right, bye now. Hello, sweetie. How are you? You all right? Yeah, well, I miss you too as well. Of course I do. You're my little apple dumpling and I love you, don't I? Yeah? Till tonight. All right, here's one for me. Love you so.
Wait up! Wait up!
Yeah, sir. Yes. Could you please convey this communication to the gentleman behind you with my compliments?
Certainly. Message from the gentleman on table 6, sir.
Oh, yeah.
His reply, sir.
M-Y-O-B. Mind your own
hello, John. Yeah,
business.
It's me. Yeah. I
Well,
haven't quite got
really?
those figures for you yet. I'll tell you what. Can you give me a call this afternoon? Yeah. All right. My number. Yeah, it's 0908 545 5455. Yep. All right. Bye now.
Right. I have his number. There's only one thing left to do.
This is him. Hello.
Yes, good afternoon, my dear sir. I wonder whether you would be as good as to make all these phone calls outside in the street, where they won't be disturbing quite so many people.
I beg your pardon, who is this?
I am just trying to have a quiet, relaxing and peaceful lunch hour.
Yeah. Well, excuse me, but I have every right to make my phone calls where I like.
Well, I have every right to ask you to be quiet. In fact, to tell you to shut up.
Well, I'm making very important business calls, and I haven't got time to talk to you.
Right!
Is there a problem here, Mr. Smythe?
Yes, there is. Him.
Right, you.
Whoops! No. What an awful lunch hour. I didn't eat a thing, and I haven't even finished the crossword. Oh, well, back to work. Right. Any messages?
Yeah. Hello there. Yeah, I've been trying to get hold of you all day, but you just seem to be out all the time. Now, listen carefully. This is
I know
urgent.
that voice.
It's important to me, and it could be good business for you. Now, please call me back on 0908 545 5455. Thanks,
I
and
know
bye.
that number. Another message. How exciting.
That's it. I can't wait any longer. I'll bring the details over now, and I'll leave them with your secretary. Thank you. Bye-bye.
I say, hello.
Hello.
Is Troubleshooter there?
No, I'm afraid he's been called away on urgent business.
Well, when you see him, could you give him those, please? They are rather important.
Certainly. Oh, he did leave a message to say that he will be in touch as soon as he gets back. Troubleshooter is very keen on daily communication with all his clients. By phone or by fax.
I say, have you eaten?
No, I'm absolutely starving, actually.
Well, why don't I take you to lunch?
What a marvellous idea.
Pop in. I know just the spot for a little face-to-face communication.
That's all we have time for on the subject of communications today. But you will find all the usual material in your student's book to help you. Communications are important in next week's programme too, on the subject of distribution. Join us for that.